Hey everybody!
Hi everyone! So here we are in the second week of January,
yes.
And we are ready to do our next project.
Absolutely.
First of all, I just want to make a little notation. Excuse the fact that we decided to do an intro while we're washing our dishes. So sorry about that. The dishwasher's loud. I apologize.
A little distracting, but
yes, sorry about that. So what we're doing this week is we're working on a little corner in our bedroom, a very awkward corner.
Right.
And when you walk in behind the door, there's this teeny little space, and I thought, what can we do with this space that makes it less boring? And we always love the idea of having a bedroom with a little nook, a reading nook.
Yes.
That's been a desire of mine for a long time. Well, we're gonna do it in this small little corner.
Yeah,
So,
we don't need much. Just a nice little place to curl up with the book on a comfy chair with a blanket.
yeah.
Right.
So very exciting.
Yeah.
So we had to be very particular about the space because when you walk in with the door, there's the wall right there. And how do we not hit a chair? What do we do behind it? So we're going to work on that. We're going to see. We're going to work on it the next couple of days, and hopefully we'll have something great to show you.
I think we will.
Yes, I will make a little note already because I already know while I was planning this out, I ordered my chair. It will not make it in time for the video. So
right.
I may place another chair there just so you can see with somewhat of the same configurations. You can
like
see.
Like a placeholder.
Yeah, so you can see how it will look. So we're going to set up the shelving unit because we want like a little library system without the chair. So we will show you the chair next week when it comes in. But we're excited. And we're painting it a kind of a neat color. We have some samples.
Yep.
We have, we're going to try to, because we never do anything by the book, we're not going to just take that color. We're going to actually mix it up and change it a little.
Yeah.
But that's what we have for you this week.
Yeah, we're excited to get started on this because it's something we've always wanted, a little reading nook in the bedroom. So if you like this kind of content, please give us a nice thumbs up. We appreciate it. And we'd love it if you could subscribe. It's free to do and it really gives us some support. And we appreciate those of you who are already subscribing.
We do. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Let's get to it.
Let's do it. Okay, so we have this little nook in our bedroom that is unused right under our TV here. We used to have a piece of furniture there. So we've decided to take this little spot and make a nice little reading nook. There's the area behind the door. The plan is to put in some shelves for books. We're going to hide that cord and we're going to add some paint color or some kind of painting technique. We're not really sure yet. And the floor in this room is going to be replaced. So we're not at that point yet. But you can see a little old coaxial cable coming out of the floor there. That's going to be gotten rid of eventually when the floor is taken care of. So don't mind that. We're going to get started on this very shortly. We're going to make this ugly little corner into a cozy, beautiful reading nook. So stay tuned. Okay, now before we begin on anything, we have a couple of paint samples that we picked up from some family who didn't need them anymore. We're going to think about using one of those two samples here in this area. Not sure if there's enough of each color, but we'll see. I'm going to put a little swatch on each wall just to see how they come out and we can pick a color. This one is Soft Sage. I can tell right away, I think I like that one. The other one is a Sea Salt. Let me just wash the brush and we'll get that on the wall. Alright, Sea Salt. I think that's way too white or light for us here. I can barely see it actually. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Or maybe a mixture of the two. I'm going to let those dry and see what Gina thinks. Okay, so I've decided to add a third option of paint here that I found down in the basement from somewhere else in the house. Just to add it to the mix to see if we find a winner. Now while those paint swatches are drying, I'm going to remove the TV and give the walls a good washing, get it ready to paint. When I say remove the TV, I meant try to remove the TV. There we go. Mission accomplished. Okay, so we've decided that the sea salt is too light and the other two greens are also too dark. So I've mixed the lighter green, the one on the far right, with some white, and we're going to try that one. Ooh, I like it. Let's let that dry and see how she comes out. So my roller frame fell apart while I was using it, so I'm going to use our cabinetry roller to finish this space.
So Paul has made these shelves and I love them. We had this awkward corner. When you open the door, there's not a lot of room, but we need space in our little cottage. I also like display shelves in general, just because I'm able to put things that I wouldn't normally be able to place. It's a small cottage. You don't want it so cluttered. However, I have curated items through the years, whether it be from flea markets or tag sales, estate sales, even Dollar Tree, believe it or not, I've found where I really enjoyed things. I've gotten things on Facebook Marketplace, Home Goods, even stores like Home Goods and hand-me-downs, gifts, all kinds of things. And I never know where to put them, but I can't part with them. There are some things that I've gotten rid of, but some I just can't get rid of because I love them. So these shelves here he made with wood we had around. The thing is, we keep everything. We pick up wood all the time, whether it's for various projects brand new or we pick up wood that someone's getting rid of. We have a fire pit, so if it's viable for a fire pit and it's not toxic with chemicals or anything, we will pick up wood for that as well. But a lot of times we find there's great wood people are getting rid of, not just always for sale. Sometimes they're just getting rid of it. We've come across in the past couple years people who are moving and they've just accumulated wood through the years. Some of them are actual woodworkers and carpenters. It's great. You really have to just keep your eyes open, and if you put that in the search in Facebook Marketplace for wood or whatnot, sometimes you can even say for free, and you'll be so surprised. And just put like near me and they'll usually give you areas. Sometimes we travel a little bit, but for the most part we find them around our area. So this was wood that was picked up for free, and some of the trim work I believe we had purchased. It may have been for free as well. I don't know. We have so much of it. I never know. We had some samples. My mother was trying to paint her bedroom and she wasn't sure about the color, so she had picked up these pint-sized samples, and then when she finally decided on it, she thought, what would I do with all these paints? Obviously she thought of me. So I took them. So we put that color along with some white Bondo primer, just so it would really stick. We did prime all of these, but we mixed it with the Bondo primer, the paint, and we came up with this somewhat light sage green. It might be borderline minty, but I love it. I love it so much. The color is actually light sage, but it was a little dark, so we added that white to it just to make it a little lighter. We tend to go more in the lighter side of things, but we still wanted warmth. We didn't want, and it does seem on the cool side, the cool tones. However, it still has a little more warmth than a white or a blue or a gray. We're kind of veering away from that. As you can see, the old part of the wall, we have that light gray blue. I still love it, but I think I'm moving on towards the more warmer tones, the greens. So we wanted shelving to put some of our curated items and some books, and we also wanted space for just storage space that we just lack in this small cottage. Also, we had a TV here. How do we work that out? So we wanted it to feel somewhat set in, like it's meant to be in there. We have an issue with the cord, so we're going to tackle that. So this project, this is what we could do this week. I really want it to come out right, so it's not finished yet, but I wanted to make sure you had a video this week. So I wanted to show you how it started, the part 1 here. We even had some leftover trim that we've been using. We've been changing out our trim from this. There's a little mark on the wall here. We really do need a new paint in this room, and we're changing out outlets little by little. It's too yellowy. We're changing that to this trim. So this is part 1. This lamp, if I haven't told you before, this was awesome. This was literally left on the side of the road for free. The lamp shade is perfect. This suede shade was in perfect condition. I understand why they got rid of it, because it's a little bit wobbly and it doesn't quite tighten. We're going to try to fix that, but I don't care. I'm not upset about it. And this is actual wrought iron, like really old antique iron, and it's in perfect condition. No rust, nothing. It's sturdy and stable. It's beautiful. So this is becoming our lamp here for our reading nook. So I wanted to make a reading nook, not just storage, for storage shelving, and also for that creative solution to a space issue. We also wanted a reading nook. The chair is going to go here. We had ordered a chair. It's just not going to be in time for this video, which is fine. So I'm going to show you in a second all the items I had on hand. So far, this project is free. We had the paint sample, we had the primer to mix with the paint, we had the wood on hand, the trim work, we had leftover trim here. We are dwindling down on our supply, but we will replenish it, and we are thrilled that we were able to make this. We have some things going on next week. Next week we're going to be adding a cord hider here, and I'm going to show you that next week. And then we have a chair coming in here. Even with my curated items, I'm pretty sure when I place them on the shelves, I will not have enough. I really want to have a good amount of books up here, and just spilled here and there. I have some, but it won't fill. So I'm on the lookout for free books even at, a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, any kind of thrift store. I'm looking for that. So in the next few days, I will be doing just that, as well as maybe a few items. I need some tall items for right here, and maybe a little bit of fillers here and there. But I'm going to show you what I have on hand. And don't necessarily assume, just because it seems like more of a certain season or holiday, that you can't put it up year-round on your shelves. So I'm going to do just that. So let's flip over here. It's a little bit of a mess. Don't mind the camera stand here. It's a small room, folks. So what I'm going to do is place these items. I have some random books. This was like a Dollar Tree. I liked the white book here. I love it even more without the jacket. So I'm going to be placing that on, taking rid of the little jacket they have here. And we have these books. I love the white and green together. And we have a lot of these bowl fillers I've had through the years. I've kept them. I'm going to be placing them either on a shelf or in the basket. This basket was for free. Again, on the side of the road. You wouldn't believe in this neighborhood what people get rid of. It's beautiful. Perfect condition. Of course, we have some photos of our children and us. And then I have some, these were, I believe, from Amazon. It might have even been from Ocean State Job Lot, which is great. These are great because they're just little journals, but I love the color and tone of them and the designs on it, so they'll sit on a shelf somewhere. Some other books that I've had laying around about gardening and novels, and I had this years ago. I believe it was from Home Goods. It's a door stopper. It's very heavy, but I'll place that somewhere, and I can still use it as a door stopper. I just realized, I hope you can hear me. I apologize. I don't always think of it, but we do run an air filter in our rooms with all that's been going around. My apologies for the noise. This little guy, I love this bunny. This bunny is actually a piggy bank. What's great about this, it's kind of a sweet sentimental story, and then you release a change from here on the bottom. This bunny is an almost exact replica, I mean pretty much, of the one when I was young, I would see at my grandmother's house. She had one just like this, and we used to sleep over and we used to play with the bunny. And it was a little worse for the wear. It was really worn and the fur had come off. It was just so special. And unfortunately, when she passed, it was thrown out, I guess, and I was sad. But then I saw this on Facebook Marketplace and I was just elated. So, of course, I had to pick it up. I think I got it for $15. Probably a little on the pricey side, but I don't care. I might have talked them down to $12, but I'm pretty sure I did actually. But I didn't care. It was just so sentimental and special, so I had to. This blue owl, it's an odd looking owl, but it was actually my mother-in-law's. She has recently passed this year, and she knew I loved owls, and she did it one time as well, and she passed this down to me. And I also collect, at times, blue glass, not on purpose. Sometimes it's just given to me, or I find it and I really love how it looks. But I started really loving that blue glass, so it kind of worked out perfectly. And so, of course, I want to, in honor of her as well, place that on a shelf. This my husband had years ago, gosh, when we were first together. It might have even been before we were together. He collected figurines and whatnot, and he loved geodes, and I love this geode. So it'll be on the shelf somewhere. I'm not sure if you'll see it, but it'll be on there somewhere. That, gosh, it was probably a Dollar Tree item, but I liked the marbleizing effect on the white vase, so that'll be on the shelf somewhere, possibly with something in it. We have things from Home Goods, and that, gosh, I don't even remember where I got it, but I know that was also from Home Goods. This was, I believe, Amazon. I love it because it's, I don't want to pick it up by the green here. I love it because it's like a cement, and it is. It's really like a stone, like a faux stone, but it feels like cement. Planter with the faux green, like thyme or whatnot. And then these candlesticks I had grabbed either from a tag sale or Facebook Marketplace a long time ago. They're a little rickety and falling apart. And you know what? As I'm talking, actually, I believe it was actually a flea market that we have in our area. I believe I did get them from there. And I love them because they're old and they're rustic. They're a little rickety. That's what I love, the charm of it. And it was painted this way already. Little did I realize when I put it up against the shelves, it disappears because it's so similar to the color on the wall, but I'm going to keep it. I love these candlesticks, and I'm going to replenish the candles eventually. But these I had gotten from, I might have mentioned on a previous video, Paul had picked these up for free, and what they are were solar lights, and there is a solar light that went on top. Well, I took that off because they no longer worked, which is probably why they're getting rid of them. But look at this crackled glass. It could be like a mini vase. So I'm going to have that somewhere. I love it. Always rethink things that you have, especially if it's a pretty glass like this. You never know what you could use it for. Mini vases even. So, and then I had, through the years, I've gotten some crystals. I really love crystals and stones and their meanings. So I've just put it in this vase that I literally got from the Dollar Tree for $1.25 at the time. I think now the prices are going up. Don't mind, I had to move my hamper. Sorry about that. I realized that was in there in the picture. Sorry. Then we have this vase of flowers I had grabbed from Home Goods a long time ago, and this little elephant dish that, gosh, I don't even know where she had received it, but I believe that was, I know that was my daughter's, but I believe we either gave it to her or it was given to her from someone, but I'm pretty sure we had given it to her. But it's just cute with a little, it's just a cute thing, and it has some of my husband's items in there. This is our haul from our home. So this is all free, and we're going to place them on the shelves, and then I'll see what space I have, and then I have to go out and thrift. Won't make it for this video as it's about to be edited and published today, so it can go out to you by tomorrow. So for that reason, I'm going to put what I have on here, and then we'll be a part 2 next week with our chair and figuring out that cord situation and placing all of these on the shelves now, but then adding to it next week as well. So as of now, we have free curated items, and we have these shelves here, all free. Let's get started decorating. Don't mind my flashiness. I'm a little flashy today. I'm slowly going through clothes that I've curated from thrift stores, but also things I've just had as gifts and whatnot, and I'm just slowly going through them. So you will be seeing me this whole month of January kind of going through my clothes and trying things to see if I still like them. And this one was like, you know what, I feel like being a little flashy today. So we're gonna be, so don't mind that if it's hard on the eyes, I apologize. It's a little flashy. We had this chair that we had picked up from a tag sale. I hope you can see it okay. I'm gonna put it in this corner for now, kind of like a placeholder until we get our chair that we ordered. And I like the rattan, the way it's going with everything. And I'm going to place a blanket and a pillow that I have on hand. This pillow I had grabbed, gosh, I don't even know where it was. It was either Home Goods or Walmart. I like the blue contrast. And we have a white and gray, bluish striped coverlet. So I'm just going to place that on there. And now I'm going to decorate the shelves. I'm going to start at the top. Oh, I'm thinking here what I want to put where. Place the white base up here, and maybe I'll put the blue contrast next to it. And I think I might put some faux baby's breath that I have on hand. I might put that up there. Looks here. You won't see it, but I'm going to place the geode here. I'll have it sticking out a little so you'll see a little speck of blue. I'm not sure if it'll stay there yet, but maybe the bunny here. I may move things around, so even as I'm saying them now, it may change. This is the time to step back and see what I want to add. Do I want to take away? Do I like the grouping? I'm trying to figure it out, but so far I think I like it. Maybe my biggest concern is that top shelf. It just looks like a bunch of random objects. So I'm going to add that baby's breath and see if that adds a little something, a little height. And I think because they're all the same size, that'll add a little bit of height there and a little bit of interest instead of just a bunch of items there. So I think I'm going to do that. It's always good to add florals or greenery, something. Now I have an idea of what I want for the shelves. So on this second to last shelf there, with the books and the basket with the filler, I feel like it just needs maybe some more books, and the bottom needs something really tall, almost to the top on the other side to balance out. And we always want to do opposite number items. So we want to do like maybe 2 on one side, 1 on the other, 3. Also working in odd numbers are good. Working in 3s are really great. So even having like 2 and then 1 on one side, or 3 and then 2, you just want to be imbalanced like that, so it brings balance. It just looks more pleasing to the eye when they're not perfectly cohesive or perfectly balanced. So that's what I have there. And now in this little spot here, I have over here already, it's kind of in my bathroom, sorry. I'm going to bring this basket over there. Don't mind that little ladder. So I just had some blankets that I had on hand. I'm placing these kind of spilling out a little bit,
And these pillow covers I had gotten from Amazon, and the pillows themselves are either pillows I've had around or pillows inserts that I've ordered from Amazon. So I just have that in a basket that we inherited from Paul's aunt. She was getting rid of baskets, and I'm obsessed with baskets. So it's this really beautiful, big, large basket. So we threw that in there, and just to dress up this area a little. But like I said, I'm going to add more to the shelves. We have a cord to hide. We have a chair that's coming in. That this is just a filler for now. But all in all, it's going to be great in the end. And I have to just fill out things a little bit and do finishing touches. But here is what we have so far for free so far. Next week we will have things that cost, but very inexpensive. We got a chair for under $150. We have little elements here and there that we're going to pick up at a thrift store. I don't know what I'll be spending, but I know my goal is to not go over $30. So hopefully all in, it will be under $200. That's the goal. But you can do this with things you have. If you have wood on hand and paint on hand, you can create something like this if you have a small space like we do. Chairs are always given for free or whatnot. When I pick up free chairs, it has to be rattan wood of some kind. I'm not a fan of picking up fabric chairs. Although I have done that, I know the people, or I know they're really clean. Always ask if they're smokers or if there are animals of any kind, just because of allergens, and also goodness knows what you might find in there, and the odor themselves. So you really should know the person, or you should have a plan going ahead, and you should know how to clean or maybe reupholster. I do not, so I'm very specific with what I get because I do not reupholster. It's just something I haven't tackled, and I'm not confident that I could do it. So anyway, this is what we have so far.
So our almost finished project. What do you think? I wanted to show this spot with the door closed because I'm so sorry. The bathroom just kept showing in the picture, and it just distracted. So there we have it. So we have some things to fill in here, but all in all, it's almost finished. And again, that's just a filler for now.